So part two of my turning point from 2008 to 2012 was all about self-awareness. Now, I remember when I was working in this holistic wellbeing clinic, my eczema had healed. I got invited to Lake Como to do some breathwork training, and I mean, in those days in 2012, it really wasn't heard of like it is now. And I remember being introduced to a community space called Shine, ran by a beautiful friend who's no longer with us, and I just knew at that time, sort of in my heart and in my soul, I needed to be around uplifting people. And then I found the Shine community, and I really found skills that I didn't know. My background was in retail, working for Boots, working for different retail outlets, clothing, running clothing shops and things like that. But little did I know that I had this passion for community and bringing community together. So I remember we used to do some really fun events, and I met lots of lovely, spiritually aware women. And I was very curious in 2012, like, what is this all about? Like, I knew I had this inner spark and inner knowing for change and for something different. But it was that self-awareness of like, I lived by the sea then, and we used to meet up and go weekly walking, and we used to share lots of different ideas and go to events. So it's interesting, you get this sort of breakdown feeling, and then you can come through that into a different phase and a different stage of your life. And yes, 2012 was when apparently the Mayan calendar and the world was going to end. And think how long ago that was. That's like 14 years ago. But when I really reflect on my turning point, it was being around really positive people that believed in me, had confidence in me, and they introduced me to lots of alternative things like colour therapy, numerology, and I think actually astrology. I had my first birth chart read by an astrologer called Pam Gregory then, and it told me things that I now are in my life now, and I've always had this awareness to follow the unseen, the uncertainty, the unknown, and I now know why. And I think there'll be a part 3 coming very soon.